It's the Midwest Connectz, and we keep the streets on smash.
Everything's together. Touch a little paper and the teller. Going for the bullshit whenever.
Other promoters, other marketers, other bloggers in these markets, so that when we get there, we can do things like this and help the artists get their word out a little bit. So that's all we're trying to do, is connect the dots.
Right now with Big Bucks,
Every time back from Mobile, Alabama to be here tonight, you know what I'm saying? We got Chicago coming up, we got Cincinnati coming up. We're doing a 5-city tour with Empire, giving away a single distribution deal in 5 Midwest cities. We got Benzino coming to my market. We got Benzino coming to his market. We got a lot of stuff working currently. Big Buzz is coming to our Halloween party. I don't know if y'all get down with country rap, but we doing that for Halloween, man. Just a lot of stuff working. Like I said, I'm excited to be here. We're here to check out the talent. Hopefully bring somebody on a couple of these shows. You feel me? Tonight, so everybody tune in. Make sure y'all networking, because again, your network is your net worth. You hear me? Midwest Connectz, you ain't connected? That you respect it.
Yeah, fuck them up, Ken.
What's up, world? What's up? Y'all know what the fuck going on, man. It's another episode of the Connectz radio show, where it's my job to bring y'all the hottest and unsigned and independent hip hop and R&B, plus interviews with the hottest stars in the culture, man. That's what my job is, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do here tonight. I know we're a little late, but we here and we're gonna get this thing rocking, man. I got one of the city's hottest, one of the region's hottest, one of literally the hottest. I can't call him one of the hottest battle rappers in the country because he's been on a short hiatus, but he was one of the hottest battle rappers in the country. Longtime homie of mine, one of the most creative minds I've ever met, man. Happy to have him, Vinal Luciano, CEO of Rich Taste. Vinal, what's up?
Not much, man. I appreciate you having me. You sound super good doing that shit, bro. They should have been had you on the radio.
Hey, man, this is my radio. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta turn this on. This is my radio. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta do this for y'all. Plus, I get to say what I want, act how I want on here. Ain't no FCC telling me what I can and can't do. No offense, you know what I mean? Shouts out to the radio, but it's kind of archaic. You would agree?
I would definitely agree.
People ain't really listening to that no more. And it is what it is. How you feel about satellite radio?
Man, I love satellite radio.
Do you?
I don't listen to it, but I mean, what's not to like? You know what I mean? Got satellites and radios.
That's funny as fuck. So when you in the car and you're not banging your shit, because you're a big fan, a proponent of that. A lot of people are. Who are you listening to right now?
Shit, right now?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of everybody, man. My rotation really doesn't change that much. I got a couple local cats I bump. Listen to a lot of J. Cole still. I've been checking out Mildy's recently. He's been popping up. I like his style, but a lot of Bird, a lot of True Hefner.
Okay. You kind of answered it. I was going to ask you about the local dudes. You banging with, obviously you banging the rich friends. That's what you've been spinning, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that joint has a lot. I mean, no skips in my opinion. I'm a little biased, but.
Talk to me about how that project came together, because really, y'all all solo acts. When you think about it, y'all all solo acts. Y'all came together as the rich friends and put, in my opinion, one of the better releases of the last few years out. Like y'all had, like you said, hit after hit. It ain't really no skips on that joint. Talk to me about how y'all put that together.
Honestly, I just we kind of all got together. And honestly, we did that in probably about 5 sessions. It wasn't even something that took that long. Everybody got together and it was just kind of magic the way everything came together. I think when you have a good team, it makes it a lot easier.
No doubt. So talk to me, man. The beats, was y'all buying them? Y'all leasing them? Was them all Bird beats? How'd y'all do that?
I was buying them. A couple of them were Birds. A couple were tunes. Just a mixture of the three.
Nice. What's your favorite song on that project?
My favorite song on that project?
Your personal favorite?
It's hard to pick, man. I like the whole Titty with Junior and True.
That's decent.
I really like the joint with Luke and TJ on there. that growth and knowledge with
Black Margin came in. I was gonna say that she probably, in my humble opinion, she had like a really standout performance on that project. Maybe my favorite verse on the whole shit, just how it all came about. But so the Rich Friends, is that something you're gonna delve into again? Maybe add or subtract some friends? Is that going to be an ongoing thing, or is that a one-off?
Definitely not a one-off, I wouldn't say. Right now, we're kind of trying to get that one heard first. I think before you do a Rich Friends 2, you need to make sure a lot of people are Rich Friends 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to keep pushing that, get it more out there, and then we'll definitely link up and do more stuff like that in the future. For
sure, man. Definitely some burners on there. So what do you have planned for Rich Taste? You're a label head. You're not just an artist. You're not just a battle rapper. You're a label head. So what's the plan for the label?
I consider more of a conglomerate at this point.
Okay.
Like more than a label. We're just people who, you know what I mean? When you get together, it's the Rich Friends. Kind of like the Avengers. They was out saving their own shit most of the time, but when they came together, you knew what it was. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
So that's how I look at it. Although every time you see me, you typically see them and vice versa. So that's how I just like to keep it. It's almost like every music video is an Adam Sandler movie. We might be playing different parts, but it's the same gang.
It's the same set of homies. All right. Well, off the Rich Friends, man, because really, I want to get into this scene shit because a lot of people have been involved with the scene. There are a lot of artists who talk a lot. There's a lot of artists making a lot of noise. One thing that you've always been is consistent from the days of you being Caution and Bad News, through into Vinal Luciano, as you've kind of grown into the artist that you become. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, number one, about how you remain so consistent, and number two, who's fucking it up right now?
Man, really just, if you love doing music, you're always going to do music. So I think being consistent should be pretty easy to do. As far as always, dropping stuff, I think I appreciate you calling me consistent. I think I fell off a few times as far as not being as consistent as I should be.
Okay, let me. When I say consistency, I'm not saying you're dropping all the time. I'm saying the quality of the work is there.
Oh yeah,
you're consistently a high level performer. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think you should look at music almost like how people look at sports. You should always have your next performance be your best performance. At least you always aim for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to have those certain songs that in certain people's eyes you'll never be able to top, which is a good thing because you want people to be emotionally attached to your music. But if you're always striving to one up yourself, you're going to keep getting better, and that'll help you remain consistent in that area.
For sure. All right, now talk to me, man. Who's really making the noise? Who do you have your eyes on as an artist when you look around the landscape? I wouldn't necessarily call them rivals, but who are in your peer group? Who's really doing it? Who do you think is making noise? I mean, I've got a short list of my own, but I want to hear from somebody who does it.
Let me hear yours first.
Man, I put you on the spot.
Well, you see Bird's doing a lot of moves right now.
Fact.
Now, obviously, the Rich Day shit, and everybody knows, me and Bird got a good relationship. So, he's always moving, doing something. There's a lot of people I like. And the cool thing about Springfield is there's subgenres.
And when you say Bird, that's Junior Pasare. For everybody for everybody that's not in the know, Junior Pasare is, in my opinion, probably the most commercially viable artist from here. I stand on that. The last decade I've said that. But I fucks with TJ Heavy. So who else though?
I see Ronnie's coming back, so that's what's up with Ronnie.
Ronnie
Hunt. I see he's
Pitch.
He's getting ready to make a comeback. I like peeping that on Facebook.
Shouts out Pitch White.
There's a lot of them, man, that are just grinding, and there's different subgenres in Springfield rap. You know what I mean? Like you just got different people in different lanes. They're all doing their thing. I really like Trenzo a lot.
Trenzo's making noise.
Yeah, Trenzo's making noise. I saw the Rico video shot by Busy and them.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's got some movement behind him. But there's a lot of them I like.
Rico V is definitely making a lot of noise on the singing side for sure. And everybody's missing him. And the answer is Mario Cannon.
Yeah. See, the crazy thing about Mario is he's moving so fast at this point. When you talk about the scene, you almost separate him, and it's not as an insult, but it's that he's elevated up. Like Mario, not looking at him like your standard local rapper.
Wow.
And that's no shade to Mario.
That's no shade at all. That's actually a compliment.
Yeah, and if I forget anybody while I'm talking, forgive me, because there are a lot of people. If you're out here doing this, I love you. You know what I mean? But yeah, Mario, he's making moves. He's got a lot of momentum behind him, and I just like seeing that shit from someone that's from here.
No doubt. So you've got collaborations with, I mean, just about everybody that's made some noise. Is there anybody you'd like to do a joint with, or maybe that sent you a joint that you didn't send back? Is there anybody that you're I know how it goes. Is there anybody that you're looking forward to? And they don't got to be local. They can be regional. They can be Chicago. They're really anybody that you can touch when, you know what I mean? Anybody as an artist that you can be like, hey, I want to do a joint with you. We just haven't done it yet. Who would it be?
Well, I owe City a feature. That's been sitting in my inbox.
Shout out City FME.
I'm sorry if you're watching this. I'm definitely gonna get that back to you. Because I actually fucked with the song. And then let's see, Benny from the Bricks. Ironically enough, me and him don't got one.
That's crazy.
You would think me and Benny would have one by now.
Yeah.
Let's see. When you put me on the spot, that's when I get forgetful. But there's a couple. But definitely not. Me and Trenzo was actually just talking about doing a song together.
There you go.
Yeah, you'll see a lot more coming though, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Is there anything, you know what I mean? We're going to get into this sports shit in a second, too, because I know you're a big Chicago Bears fan.
Yeah.
But is there anything that you would say to the local rappers outside of keep grinding or I like what you're doing? Is there a message? Because you're here, you're standing here, you're on the platform. Yeah. So what would it be? Because I'm going to tell you, if I was you, I'd be telling them all, shut the fuck up because you don't want to battle me. But I'm not you. You know what I mean? I'm not you. But personally, that's how I would approach it. So what is it? You know what I mean? What do you want these guys out here to know?
Really just keep moving. Like that's the thing is momentum's your best friend. When you get some, keep, stay with it. And another thing is don't get too caught up in local success. Yeah. We see a lot of people around here that get real high on their local success and they kind of forget to take that next leap. I think I've been guilty of it. A lot of people have been guilty of it. Yeah. We're going to hit a ceiling here. You got to take the show on the road and let other people know how dope we are. So. Facts.
That's true shit. And as somebody who has definitely traveled and been around and hosted shows, DJed events with artists from everywhere, I can say that I would say the 217 stands up well in just about any market. We've been to South by Southwest. We've been to Atlanta. We've been to Chicago, St. Louis, obviously multiple times. And every time I'm there and I see artists from our region, not only do we represent well, but we perform well. We draw a little bit. It's a good thing, man. So shouts out to everybody that's really out here doing it because I understand what that takes and what that entails. And y'all really do got some of the best shit. Like we got a nice, like you said before, it's a lot of subgenres. It's a lot of transplants in Springfield. Yeah. People that weren't originally from here or their families weren't originally from here. So they kind of bring their flavor to the shit. And it's a nice little mix up, man. But you got some new shit out.
I definitely got some new shit out.
Talk to me about the new shit.
So we got the MIA video that just dropped. It's available on all streams with Junior Pasare. It's just dope, man. We really wanted to make it like a movie more than a music video. So it's kind of like a short film shot by paparazzi out of St. Louis. Shout out to TJ for setting that up too. But it was just everybody came together. Of course, when you got a bunch of people volunteering to do something, you got to move, things change. You got to move on the fly. But I'm really proud of what we put together with that music video.
No doubt. Talk to me about the premise. I mean, you said you wanted to put a movie together. Talk to me about the premise because we're going to do the world premiere right here on the Connectz radio show. So I'm going to have you talk about the premise, then do your world premiere drop.
So essentially, the plot is two local rappers rob a bank, or a group of local rappers rob a bank, actually. But, I was trying to get my Boosie feature. And Bird said he wasn't going to fuck it up like he did his PPP loan. So, and then and then you got the detectives, the Jakes looking for us. And, you just got to watch it.
Bet. We're going to do the world premiere right here on the Connectz radio show. Vinal Luciano, Junior Pasare. This is M.I.
We are live on the scene where police say a group of local rappers made off with over $100,000 earlier today in a robbery. I'm here with the witness who's seen it all. Ma'am, can you tell me what you saw?
I just came in to get my child support check. I don't know what really happened, but a white boy and a bald man came in, and one said he needed his feature from Boosie, and then the other one said he wasn't going to fuck up it like he did his PPP loan.
Well, folks, you have heard it here first live from the scene. We will continue to update you on this story as we continue to follow with more exclusive. My name is Khadijah with Live Action News. Back to you, Tom.
When it coming, I don't even need to bundle up. Even in the summertime, the street is cold enough to leave a nigga frozen.
taking time and to turn the dust. I heard the good die young, but shit, I ain't in a rush. Bars on this laptop, but this ain't a deal. Hard to put my back down in the space. You know, take it out of here, but you know not a person until it hurts when you get the blessing somehow never prevail. It's raining on my parade, it's you know what I can turn to.
Yeah, baby. What you talking about? What you talking about? Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Pasare.
I'm up now, but I was down there. The water's warm, where was you when I was drowning? I just wanna crack a smile with who I frown with. It's been a while since I felt like I'm around friends. Rather take a molehill and turn it to a mountain. This paranoia got me peeping my surroundings. Missed calls, I don't wanna be around them. Used to need a plug, now I'm looking for accountants. I got secrets on my soul, I'll probably take them to the grave. If you run me through the mud, then I can't run you to the bank. Certain someone out of pocket, I'm like, hold up, what you say? Bring up my mom again, I'll make you say it to her face. Duh, I feel like an anomaly, we never had much. They used to count me out, now they can't make it add up. From a 10K house, now 10K's a bad month, but forget the sad stuff, your boy's about to act up. I heard him whisper that he's sick of me, he can see a doctor. That boy claim he's a oppa who's, please he's an imposter. That bail you couldn't make, I went and blew it at Osaka. Buy my bitch chicken and steak, and she don't like lobster or pasta, and she ain't got no roster. She with me, then that's final. Check her top 5, it's Vinal. Why y'all always crying, make everything a crisis. Had to ask my girl, can I tell him quit acting light skin? I was in a dark place, and now I'm so enlightened and thinking about what could have been. Usually how their night ends. Her most successful ex don't get nosy and ask me which one. That's the beauty of it, you could close your eyes and pick one. I'm up now, but I was down there. The water's warm, but where were you when I was drowning? I just want to crack a smile with who I frown with. It's been a while since I felt like I'm around friends. Why they take a molehill and turn it to a mountain? This paranoia got me peeping my surroundings. Missed calls, I don't want to be around them. I used to look for plugs, now I'm looking for accountants. I'm in my head.
No, nigga, fuck y'all. Y'all got all these bitches up in here. Y'all think y'all own something. Y'all niggas just broke. Y'all not like this for real. Okay, you broke. Okay, you broke. Nigga broke. I ain't been the same. I'm different mode. Shit been kind of crazy. I just want to eat.
I know you do.
I don't know what you're talking
Get in the car
about.
right about it now.
You ain't putting me in no. What you mean get in the car, bro? Get off of me.
I know what's going on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. I know there's stuff been going on for days. And I know you got information you can help me out.
I don't know nothing.
You know them, don't you?
I don't know nothing.
Yes, you do. I know you do.
I don't know nothing. You can't tell me what I know.
I've been tracking them for days. And I know they've been up in here. So tell me what's going on. Or I'm telling you right now, I can't help you.
What do you mean? Okay, like they just be chilling. Like I don't know what you mean. What do they be on? They kick it, they party or whatever. Like,
look, you tell me who's got the money, and I promise you stay free and clear.
Like promise how?
Promise. Nothing gonna happen to you.
Okay, so like I seen Woozy.
Keep flowing, cause I've been on this grind since the ice age, and I'm that little squirrel trying to get a nut. I just want to get a taste of that sweet life. I know that it's a marathon.
Yo, where y'all at? Anyway, but you good. I talked to him. I said what I needed to say. I'm pretty sure he bought it. I ain't giving him too much or whatever. So I'm hoping y'all niggas is gone by now or something, because that shit was uncomfortable as fuck. I'm tired of doing shit to y'all. Y'all owe me.
All I hear is small talk coming from little guys. Hard to hear the bench talk when you don't bench ride. This position comes with the price, my hands tied. Can you pay the cost when currency is the free time? And meanwhile, opposition playing dirty, my feet tied. Can't show defeat, master pain with the big smile. I shook the seat again, bet they thought that I fizzed out. We ain't the same, they ride away, wait for the dismount. I'm all in, don't stall in, don't ask for a discount. Yesterday's price is up, it ain't what it is now. Playing with my money's taking food out my kids' mouth. mouth. See the hoe in niggas, definition of bitch questioning my devotion. How am I feeling stuck and still going through all emotions? Caught in this psychosis, deep enough for an ocean. Trying to find myself like Dory. It's a never ending story. Might get bloody, extra gory, but I'm built for it. I was in my sunken place. Ain't nobody here for me. I had to heal for me. Ain't nobody praying for me. I was in my sunken place. Yeah. Won't nobody live for me. No, no, no.
When I'm up now, but I was down there. The water's warm, but where were you when I was drowning? I just wanna crack a smile with who I frown with. It's been a while since I felt like I'm around friends. Why they take a molehill and turn it to a mountain? This paranoia got me peeping my surroundings. Missed calls, I don't wanna be around them. I used to look for plugs, now I'm looking for accountants. I'm MIA.
Yeah, I'm in my A. Now I'm in my A. I'm in my A. Can't find me, no. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gonna show my fine ass girlfriend.
She definitely just heard you call her your fine ass girlfriend. So shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out D, Amber, Josh, Luke Rectorwall, man, Papa Luke, one of the coaches. We appreciate all y'all tuning in, man. We live. I'm in studio with the one and only Vinal Luciano. If you have questions, throw them in the comment box. We're going to get them up here just for y'all. But we're going to talk a little bit of shit. That video was fire.
Appreciate you.
And the crazy video, the concept was there. And it's levels, you know what I mean? It's a lot of videos with guys rapping in their kitchens, rapping on their porches, and no offense, but we're kind of sick of seeing that. So appreciate y'all for storyboarding, and it looked good, man. Talk to me a little bit more. You said paparazzi shot it for y'all.
Yes,
Junior kind of put it together, man. Whose idea was it?
It was a mixture. It was a collaborative effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just wanted to do something that, like you said, isn't just a normal local music video. And that's what it ended up being. So, but yeah, really just brainstorming. Then of course, you write the script.
Yeah.
You got certain parts, maybe certain people can't show up.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. You gotta just
had to pivot and adjust a little bit.
Which that's what I was really proud of, because there's a lot of things that we wanted to do. Got switched last minute. We still made it come out perfect. So no, I was extremely pleased with it.
No, we're here for here for a good time, man. For a good time. So in your career, what is it? What do you want next? Obviously, everybody wants fame and success because that's the obvious answers. But what do you really want?
I think how you measure success matters. A lot of people think it's like Drake or bust, and that's not the case. There's different levels to success.
Facts.
There's monetary success. Really, at this point, I just want to make stuff that means stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Me and you had the conversation. Hip hop just turned what, 50?
50.
So we're coming on the first generation where you got like 55-year-old rap fans, 60-year-old rap fans.
Finally, yeah.
And everybody relates to different stuff. You know what I mean? Just like when you're having a conversation, you might have a conversation with a 19-year-old just bullshitting, and you can't relate to a damn thing he said. You know what I mean? So what I do is I make the shit that I feel like I need to make, and the people that are going through what I'm going through or can relate to what I'm making, they're gonna gravitate towards that. Yeah. I don't make my shit and expect, the kids at Southeast to be playing in the hallway. My shit's for the people going through similar shit that I'm going through.
Yeah. Speaking of going through stuff, you had a big tragedy, something happened in your life. Is that something you kind of wanted to talk about here?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Your mom passed, and I know she meant literally the world to you, and was kind of, your backbone for real. So how did that affect your creative process and what you're going through? Because really, it wasn't that long ago, and you're, still creating. So
I've never had writer's block last that long before.
Okay.
It just kind of shut me down. I'm a big compartmentalizer, if you will.
Yeah.
So like I tend to, when stuff really bad happens, like I handle it, but I tend to kind of also like push it to the side, so I can deal with what I got to deal with at the same time. I came out of that probably about 2 months ago and immediately got back to work. Crazy thing is, on the project I'm going to drop eventually, I got a song I wrote like probably a week after my mom died. And after I got that off, I couldn't write again for like another 8 months. But it's different though, because especially as a man, when you lose your mom, that's like the only person in the world that loves you unconditionally.
Yeah.
So when you lose that, you don't have anything to fall back on, if you will.
No,
so it takes a lot to actually process that and and go through it. Because, you know, like I always say, unconditional love only goes from the parent to the child, not the child to the parent, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, your girl can say she love you. You smack her around her, she don't love you no more as much. You know what I mean? My mom,
you stop making all that money, she don't love you as much, right?
No, you know, your mom, you can rob a bank, go on a killing spree. She's still gonna be up there knocking on the window.
That's my son.
You know what I mean?
My
Exactly.
son.
So you don't get that at anybody else. But yeah, it was tough. But just getting through it, you know.
Yeah, and it's never really over. It's just you know.
No, it's never over.
Because it'd be sounds or smells or things you hear, and you're instantly back in those moments. So the process is never over. But like you said, it's just kind of how you deal with it, because you know you still got responsibilities and shit to handle. So, but creatively, I mean, you speak a lot about life and a lot about what you're going through. Do you ever feel like being that type of vulnerable on records is a positive, or has it ever come back to bite you? Especially you're a battle rapper, and you kind of, if people were smart, they do their homework before they stepped in the ring. I don't know that many of them do or did, but you're very, very vocal about what's kind of going on in current events in your life. And talk to me about that vulnerability, because a lot of people can't do that. It's always a show. It's always me, the rapper, or me, the artist. So talk to me about that.
It's funny because like everybody that knows me, knows me as, you know, not the musician, actually say that I don't open up enough. So like when I actually go in the booth and I do talk about it, it's almost like my therapy, which is kind of hypocritical.
Yeah,
I've looked at myself sometimes. Like I think there was on that song Reason. You know, I said I tell strangers all my secrets through Pro Tools. You know what I mean? But I never worry about like if I ever battle against somebody saying, because I only go through real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not trying to be funny, but or you know make a joke out of it, but I don't think I've ever gone through anything and mishandled it. You know, I always come out the other side stronger, and that's just how I keep moving. So.
No, that's what's up. So there's battling though. I've always been a big proponent of you as a battle rapper. You've earned the respect of just about anybody who's seen or heard you battle rap. You've ended a career or two. So talk to me about when you're coming back and what your plans are for battle rap, and if you have any.
I definitely plan on making a return. It's more of a when rather than an if. I think whenever I do it, I'm gonna do it myself. I don't know if it'll necessarily be through a league. I think Rich Taste will probably handle that. We'll make it a different type of event.
Okay.
Probably have some performers and stuff. Just got to find me a body, but it's definitely coming. Took a break from it because battle rap's a thing you got to really be all in at. It takes a certain level of commitment, and if you're not willing to do that, you can get hurt just trying to show up just to show up. And because, like you said, I do got a lot of respect. Last thing I ever wanted to do was show up and cheat the people that come to support me because I wasn't taking it as serious as I should have. So,
wow. I think a lot of battle rappers out here chasing checks. Luckily for you, you got a good day job, so you don't gotta, be in that position to where that's a thing for you.
Yeah.
And kind of talk to me about that. Not having to take battles or being able to kind of pick and choose or call your shots, even though you've been away for a while. You're still going to come in a position where you can kind of pick what you want to do.
Yeah. I think it's just it's almost like a supply and demand thing, especially at home. I don't feel like there's very many, if any, battle rappers from Springfield that, and that's not throwing shade. I mean, motherfuckers take it how they want, but people come out when I battle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially at home. So I don't feel like I need like a prove it battle, if that makes sense.
Okay.
When I come back, it's going to make sense. And I'm the type of person, like you said, I've made enough moves and I've set myself up enough in just real life that if I don't want to do it, I don't got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So is that the plan then? Come out, do like a one-off event? You're going to drop, obviously, the footage you're going to come out on the Rich Taste channel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he said, I need all my own shits.
That's the one thing I'm looking forward to about it, just because when I do it, I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be beneficial. It also shows people how to do things. Because battle rap, as far as the platform we've seen in the last 10 years, is still young. I mean, it's an old, what would you call it? What's the word? You're good with smart words.
I don't know. I'm trying to, what idea are we trying to convey here? The
act itself is very old.
There you go.
People been battling for a long time.
There you go.
But even from the Smack DVDs till now, it's not like 50 years old, you know?
Right. No. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So you're saying in its entirety, battle rap is probably closer to 30 as opposed. No. So it's only probably about 30 and going mainstream probably in the last 5 years.
Exactly.
Like super mainstream. So for a while it was kind of a niche or a small niche or a subgenre that really just exploded. They've been putting a lot of money into it. Shouts out to the big leagues. You know what I mean? So I think we're getting there. I think I'm getting what you're saying. Just by the small league format or even those platforms, they've all got to be under 10 years old, 15 years old.
If you look at the format of battle rap, it's a lot like prize fighting in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, you're gonna have a fighter show up and win his own purse. You know what I mean? And that's how I'm gonna look at it, especially on the local level. I'm not some big, battle rapper. Like, I go but at home, motherfuckers know what's up.
Yeah,
they come out for me. So, and I appreciate it. I ain't even saying that from a standpoint. It's an appreciative perception of it. But you've hosted a lot.
He said,
when I do my thing, Springfield comes out to watch it.
Yeah, no, I can't listen. I've done a lot of good business with you on ticket sales, and so I can't listen. No complaints from me on that side. So if you had to pick a name, like, you know what I mean, if you gonna battle somebody big, you gonna get kind of a regional cat, because I mean, like you said, there's nobody at home that really whets the appetite, or nobody that really moves the needle anymore that way. So who's it gonna be? If you gotta pick, who's it gonna be?
Haven't even decided yet, honestly. I'll figure out what my team, aka you, handle that. But I don't want to aim too high. My first one back, I do want to, you know what I mean, stretch on them a little bit,
and
then as we ramp back up, we'll definitely do something big. But I just want to do shit that other people ain't did before. So it'll definitely be something. After I get, that first one off, we definitely gonna link up and make something crazy happen.
No doubt. I mean, we were part of the shit. We brought Big T here. We brought A Verb here to check out talent. We've had, scouts and bigger battlers on different platforms here. So shouts out to Springfield for supporting this shit. If you know Springfield battle rapping, you know what Vinal do. So we gonna switch gears, man, because like sports, man. One thing you like to talk is that damn Bears football. It's been
slipping with the hat on and everything.
It's been a long time since, as a Bears fan, and I'm not a Bears fan, but living in the region, living in the market, we get a lot of Bears coverage. So it's not like I hate the Bears or anything. Fly Eagles fly, just so we know where we're at on that. But as a Bears fan, if you guys really have a positive outlook, you should be optimistic. Talk to me about it.
I think it's going to be a big year. I mean, anything less than 17-0 is extremely unacceptable. No, I'm just talking shit. But no, I think they made a lot of good moves. I think the North's wide open. To have the first overall pick and not need a quarterback is something I've never really seen before.
Well, it's got to be wide open. Y'all daddy left the division, so
yeah, he went to go get cigarettes. Got to come back, but I'm just saying, you look at it, the fact that game, that weird throw that Davis Mills made to give the Bears the #1 overall pick, it almost seems godsend. They want us to win the Super Bowl in the next 5. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
shouts out Levy.
Yeah, to have especially the irony of it, but to have a prospect like we got a quarterback and then have the first overall pick, get to move back and everything like that, and then we still got 2 picks in the first round next year.
Like I said,
I'm just waiting for Twitter to tell me we got Chris Jones, and then it's a lock. You know what I mean? I'm betting them to win the whole ball of wax.
Definitely a spot for optimism. So you really think, what you think, y'all? A year away, 2 years away? Because just shooting the shit, y'all was the worst team in the league last year. So even a 6 to 7 game improvement would only make y'all 10-6, 9-8, or 10-7, 9-8. So if that's the case, is that the type of improvement you want to see, or do you really think y'all playoffs are bust this year?
Well, the worst team, it's kind of they were in probably 12 one-score games that they lost.
Okay.
As soon as they dog-walked the Patriots on national television, they traded Robert Quinn and Roquan Smith. So I would say a lot of it was by design. Like, I think y'all going to win and watch this.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'd say a couple years. They need depth. Like, I feel good about every position right now until one of them gets hurt.
Yeah.
The NFL is 100% injury, so
they're
going to get hurt. So, but yeah, no, I think the Bears will be real good. I think the Packers are going to finish 4th in the division.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan Love don't got it.
I don't think that God would do that to us. You know what I mean? Can't get 3 Hall of Famers in a row.
Even if he's not a Hall of Famer, there's a lot of guys that make the playoffs that aren't necessarily Hall of Famers or have decent careers. Donovan McNabb had a great career. He didn't go to the Hall.
No, but I don't know. I mean, sitting behind him for 3 years, I think has definitely been a winning formula for them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's the crazy thing about this time of year is everybody's so wishy-washy. It was just 2 weeks ago that they were talking about how they shut off the live stream for Packers practice and switched to the news because he was throwing picks. And then a few preseason games later, they're talking about he's going to be the third first ballot Hall of Famer they've had. So
wow.
I don't know. We'll just see what happens next Sunday. But I'm definitely geeked to see,
Okay.
us have the first Hall of Fame Ohio State quarterback.
Okay. And another thing that I, as a sports fan, I never hear you talk anymore, but you used to bust me over the head with is what the fuck are the Blackhawks doing?
As a Chicago fan, anytime you win some chips, it's almost like you're good for 20 years.
Yeah.
So I watched them win 3. And as someone a lot of people don't know, especially probably in the local rap scene, I grew up playing hockey.
Yeah.
So I'm a big hockey fan, you know that. But they do got I do think it's ironic they let Patrick Kane go and they're gonna have the #1 American hockey player again with the first overall pick. So I don't think they're stupid. But we just got to see, everybody who won all those championships isn't in the building as far as GM, coach, players go. So
well, they had a sexual harassment thing go on, so that had to.
Yeah, and for me, the assistant coach, like the personal trainer.
Talk about this shit, man, because we're grown men. It's not. Listen, I don't want to make light of any of these subjects, but you think hockey player, you think in shape, you think tough, you think alpha males, so they call them. You know what I mean? Guys. And we have sexual assault victims on professional hockey teams. Not a staffer, not a hockey player doing it to somebody else, but a staffer doing it to them. Thought process, please.
It's a lot to unpack. I don't want to misquote anything, but I think he was saying like he did it out of like intimidation for playing time. I could be 100% wrong.
Yeah.
I only watched one interview on the matter. I didn't want that in my Google search history. But all I'm saying, what didn't make sense to me is like if you getting playing time from the assistant personal trainer. That's a lack. Some of that might have been voluntary, is all I'm saying. But I could be wrong. I'm trying to victim shame.
Yeah.
And if I'm trying to get hired at McDonald's, I'm not the cash register.
Yeah.
But
you at least got to have a shift leader shirt. That's awful. That's fucking awful, man. All right, man. So we can talk the industry, man. The big industry. What trends do you see happening? AI it might be the new shit. Are you gonna sell out? You gonna let your voice be AI and people can just do features with you how they feel, or
shit? If I got paid to do it, they could do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. AI is kind of funny just because it's almost scary because we don't know what all it can do yet.
And it's already doing a lot.
Yeah. I think there's certain things that can be a service to us, and then once it gets too far, it can be a disservice to us. So I try not to get too high or too low on new ideas, but yeah. Plus, I feel like that would actually hurt features, in my opinion, because then you people are already when you get a feature.
Oh, you didn't even really get it.
Yeah, you don't even look happy in your video.
Yeah.
You paid him to get a feature. You don't look happy in your video, and then you paid him that money. He gave you the fake voice. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I don't know.
So slippery slope.
Yeah, I think it could definitely go left for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. You remember when Daylight did the song with Drake?
Yeah.
And everybody for about 2 days really thought it was Drake.
Yeah. That's kind of I mean, Drake and the Weeknd had a hit, an AI hit.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ty Dolla $ign is on the other side. He said, kind of like you said at first, as long as you can monetize and I'm getting paid, just make sure that I approve it first.
Yeah.
Like, let me sign off on what you got me on here saying. Other than that, cut me in. Because now you can do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12,000 features in a matter of seconds because you ain't there.
Yeah, no, it'd definitely be nice. I'm just wondering because you do all that stuff for the fans.
Facts.
We look at a lot of things between like rapper to rapper, but you're doing it to appeal to fans.
Oh,
so they don't like fake necklaces. You think they're going to want you to have a fake feature? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but if it's
fake, it's like lab created.
But there you go. But how many major hits do you think are not lab created? It's just different minds in a room. Do you really think that hits are made by a single person sitting in a room doing this shit?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I don't know, maybe I'm just old fashioned. I want to hear music that the actual person put in the microphone.
Do you care though? If it slaps, right?
I don't care. I don't know about the Tide Pod eating people. They might not care. But I care.
But I'm saying though, okay. So you're saying you want to? Is it the emotional side of music is that what's drawing you into having a person do it, or?
Well, like I'm 33, so like when I first came up rapping, there was still some props to believability.
Yeah.
Now motherfuckers can say anything.
Yeah.
Like you got motherfuckers be like, I ain't gonna get into it because I don't want to piss people off. But you have a lot of motherfuckers that say stuff they don't do. Right?
Or never seen or never been a part of. Yeah, it happens every day.
And
shouts out battle rap.
Yeah. I don't even like that. So you're gonna tell me a computer is gonna tell me this?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm all good on that.
Listen, man, as a consumer of music, right?
Yeah.
As somebody who listens to, sells, provides music services, if it slaps, it slaps. What was his name? A Mecca. Remember they had an AI.
That's the perfect example, though, right?
Yeah. But the kids were eating it up.
The kids were, yeah. I don't know. Things are different. Times are changing.
We turned Nicki Minaj into a playable character on Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's dope. We got a real Nicki Minaj, though.
Yeah. Do we? There's a lot of plastic involved with a Nicki Minaj.
She's real to somebody. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think that'd be my way. I'd be mad as hell if I sent somebody some money and they computer generated.
I just want you to know that if you want to, you're going to be competing with computers like now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So rapper from Calabasas doesn't really exist. They're programming this thing and they're AI generating images that the fans want to see, and they can animate the videos without your help. And then they get a Drake feature because now Drake is AI. And now what do?
We should have just made that shit to do our real jobs.
That's okay. All right. This is a conversation that I actually have with my wife. Shouts out to my lovely wife. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got some nice feedback on that one. How we doing? Biggest rapper came from West Virginia, Mr. Mental. When is your next show, Brody? That's Michael Stallings. I don't want to say it wrong. Full promos and videos for the Mental. You see what I'm saying? Mental State of Mind EP. Okay. These guys are having their own conversation. That's cool too. AI Nicki Minaj, Baby Shark. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying is like the AI music trend is already here.
Yeah.
It's already a thing. So now it's like pop artists don't care. And I think the believability factor is almost exclusive to hip hop.
Yeah.
Almost exclusive. Country artists don't care. If it slaps, it slaps. Country consumers don't care. If it slaps, it slaps.
Mm-hmm.
Pop definitely doesn't care. If it slaps, it slaps. You're going to tell me electro, got EDM, do they care that a computer did it versus somebody else playing on a computer doing it? If it slaps, it slaps. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I feel like
I think we're disadvantaged because it's already an oversaturated market. The creative market, people, that's what they want to do with their lives and their time. So it's already oversaturated. And now your creativity has to compete with a being, an entity that also can do its own market research and analysis. It's not fair.
I don't know. Like, again, young kids, which I actually feel old saying shit like that. Young kids are probably going to love that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, you play like the perfect pop song for my daughter. She don't care if it came out of Robot.
She don't care.
Or what the case may be. And maybe it is because I listen to 99.9% hip hop.
Yeah.
So like you said, I think in hip hop it'll matter.
So
I don't know if like you're right. I just think I'm not wrong, if that makes sense.
No, I get it because there's going to obviously it's a debate. There's two sides to every debate.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong either. No, I just want you to know.
No, it's coming.
It's already here. That's what I'm saying. It's already here.
Coming. All I'm saying is I heard Beanie Siegel. Like, first, this is a good thing, right? Beanie Siegel, I guess there's something going on with his voice.
Yeah.
Right. So he said he's going to use the AI voice with lyrics that he's writing now to basically repeat his old sound.
That's decent.
Love stuff like that.
That's decent.
If I paid Beanie 5 racks for a feature and I found out the computer did it, I'm going to be really disappointed.
So then that's why you be like, well, you're giving me the AI, so shoot it to me for $1,500. Now you don't feel as crazy.
I hear you. I
And it's a new verse. It's not like you're getting that. That's the thing is if it's AI and you're getting a new verse, does it matter?
I don't know, bro. I didn't like lettuce on my cheeseburgers for the longest time. I'll eat it now. So you know what I mean? I don't know what I'll think about it in 5 years. I'm just saying you don't know what the pros, what the cons are going to be, and we'll see. But yeah, I don't necessarily want the music being AI because I thought the shit with the little rapper or whatever was corny.
Yeah.
What was his name? You said it earlier. The AI rapper.
Yeah, Mecca, Mika, whatever his name. It was something Mecca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like Lil Pump. Right?
Yeah. The hip hop community loves authenticity. Yeah, no doubt. It's the truth, but if you just think of the world, I don't think it's gonna matter.
I don't believe half these dudes was fucking bitches and getting money, let alone.
Yeah, but
I know the computer wasn't doing it.
Everybody don't rap all fucking bitches and get money either, though.
I know, but going to the grocery store, you know what I mean? They don't do that either. I don't.
Listen, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I also know that music itself, hit music, is formulaic. There's a formula. There's a way you create a hit song already.
Well, there's certain melodies and stuff that I can't do, but there's like melodies and shit like that.
Even just by song design and construction, 99.9% of hit songs follow this basic structure. They fall in this, like you said, this chord range, these keys, and they talk about these subjects. There's already a formula. There's already a book out on it. So now you have never mind. But back to the manual labor side, because that's what I always said too, is we created robots to do shit that we shouldn't have to do. We have people digging ditches, but AI creates pictures.
There's you're talking about computers writing hit songs for us.
Yes.
There's probably a kid on a roof right now sweating his ass off that could be writing a hit song.
Yes.
You could have a robot up there doing the roof.
But if you think about a roof, you could probably get a robot to do that because shingling seems like it would be a thing. Hey, no disrespect to roofers, no disrespect to pavers, plumbers, any of that. But laser precision, doesn't that seem like something you would want on a roof or in your plumbing hey.
Yeah, all I'm saying is and I'm not trying to sound like super unrealistic, but apparently, these things can do everything. Why don't they have to do our jobs?
Yeah,
we can just live better lives.
Yeah, no, seriously. But instead,
there's the whole problem of, well, if it's doing your job, they're not going to pay you to not do your job. Where's your money come from? And then that sparks a whole new debate. But
only because we're from a capitalistic society. Yeah. That's the only reason.
Because my responsibility, we all ain't paying the robots either.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
no, and then I'm gonna tell you the big secret is you just learn how to A, code, and B, debug shit, and then you're never out of style. Robots are always gonna fuck up because they're man-made. Yeah. Whether they're always going to need to be replugged in, somebody going to have to be there to hit the reset button. You know what I mean? So learn how to be that guy. You'll never be out of work. That's what I'm trying to teach my kids now.
Oh yeah, and really, I'm sure it'll be some variation of turn it on, turn it off, unplug it, and call this 1-800 number because that's how you fix every fucking thing.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. Somebody's got to be there to hit reset. Somebody's got to restart the motherfucker. So
call anybody and wait on hold for 2 hours for somebody says, "Did you unplug it?"
Oh, that's funny.
Nah, in 2 hours I was waiting for you to pick up the phone.
I didn't even think that, sir. Not once did I hit restart.
Yeah, the reset button.
Yeah. All right, man. So is there anything that we didn't kind of get to that you want to make sure you get to? Is there anything you want to leave the fans? Is there any updates about, anything you got coming?
If you haven't heard it yet, you got to go check out Rich Friends. A lot of people have heard it. I've got a lot of feedback, and a lot of people haven't heard it. Everybody on there is super talented.
When the videos coming out?
The videos for the Rich Friends,
yeah,
they are coming. I got a 3-video schedule that I already got in place. We're gonna start rolling them out.
No.
3 songs right off the bat, and then we'll filter from there. The crazy thing about that tape is I really feel like you can shoot a video to every song on it.
You can.
So there's really no skips. I'm biased, but I just love everybody that's on that thing. So, but yeah, so if you get a chance to check that out, I just want to shout out everybody that fucks with me, my whole team. And we're just going to keep working. So, and I have changed my mind. I took Aaron's advice. So if you're waiting on the album, blame Aaron, Canny. I am not dropping an album. I'm going to push singles for the next 6 months. So,
well, you dropped the album and you saw how that went. Rich Friends is out and the numbers are not resounding. The music is fantastic. But the numbers are not resounding. You dropped a single, you dropped a video, the numbers look great.
Yeah.
Okay, so it isn't me telling you this. Your own market research told you.
Now, it blows my mind. What it is we're just super short attention span.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. Because I could have just dropped. We could have just did what we did this month for like 12 months.
Yeah.
Now I gave you all that shit at once. I was mad as hell. I went back in my vault. It's like when you check your savings account after a night out.
Yeah.
Fuck, where's everything at? So, but no, shout out to everybody. Shout out to True Hefner. Shout out to TJ. Shout out the whole Rich Tay squad. Measy Killerfield. Jerry Morgan got me rapping. Just everybody who fucks with me. I'm always forgetting somebody, so don't message me later talking about you bogus. But I love you all, and there's a couple of you I don't fuck with, but y'all know who that is too. So
yeah. All right. I know there's something else big going on just happened this weekend. Is there any other shout out you want to give before you?
Shout out to no, I'm just playing. We all good.
Don't forget.
What?
Do I gotta happy birthday to my
Why you cut me off like that, bro? No, I happy birthday to my girl Khadijah, 33, but she don't look a day over 32. Love you, babe. I'll be home soon.
That's what's up, man. We definitely appreciate you coming out, tapping in with us. We had a good time. When you drop some new shit, stop back by. We definitely gonna be tapped in for the battles. Y'all know what it is. You are connected. You are respected, yes, sir. Make sure y'all tune into the Connected and Respected Mix Show every Saturday night. We actually spun MIA last night on the Connected and Respected Mix Show, and you know we tapped in with Rich Taste. Yep. See, you forgot. She on you. I told you don't forget.
She on there?
Yeah, she's been on here the whole time, dog. I told you not to forget.
I thought she'd be asleep by now.
9:25. All right, man.
I wasn't watching 20 minutes ago when I already said it. See?
Oh, okay. Well, it is on YouTube, so you can go back and watch the whole episode. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Every episode also is on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you catch your favorite joints. So all you got to do is tap in, man. This is the Connectz Radio Show. All right, man. We're going to catch you. Where can they find you?
On all platforms. Instagram, Vinal Luciano. Twitter, Vinal Luciano. Basically, Vinal Luciano, I'm the only one. And like I said, just Google me. It's all Google verified. All the links pop up. I'm easy to find.
All right, man. Y'all know what to do. Tap in with Vinal Luciano and every other artist that has been here on our show, man. Before I get out of here, I got to remind y'all, every episode is powered by bettersblock.com, getyourBuzzUp.com, MidwestMixtapes.com, straightofficial.com, the Fleet DJs, the Nerve DJs, and, of course, the Midwest Connectz. You know what to do. Tap in with your man at the Red Line Candy everywhere, almost everywhere, but everywhere that I be. On my favorite socials, tap in at the Red Line Candy, man. We're going to be back next week with some more of these crazy interviews, some more of this dope music. All you got to do is stay tuned. And remember, if you ain't connected, you ain't respected.